So, how does being psychic even work? Is it even real? So if you click this video, you have an interest in understanding, learning, discovering a little bit more about being psychic. Maybe you are already somewhat aware of your psychic abilities, or maybe you're somebody who is like, what on earth is this? Like, I don't really believe it. I don't really understand it. I don't really get it. That doesn't really happen in our reality, does it? And maybe there's a part of you kind of curious and open to understanding what being psychic is or how it works. And or maybe you're a little bit further along seeing your psychic abilities and you really want to just like find a way of explaining it or making sense of what's going on a bit deeper. So I'm going to do my best to try and share this with you. So my name is Sho, and I love exploring, mastering, playing with the inner worlds, our inner worlds, senses, emotions, third eye, connection, intimacy, awareness, like the feelings, the sensation, this instrument of the body, like more than just the thinking mind, because a lot of our world is just in the thinking mind. But actually there's so much more going on here that we can play with and enjoy and experience as life. So this is the place that I love exploring. So as I ramble on. So, psychic. Let's talk about psychics and being psychic. I'm going to try and explain it from a high-level perspective first. What is being psychic? How does it even work? Why would it even work? Right? So let's start with the greater big view. Everything is energy. It's all one big sea of energy. Now, we kind of all know that, right? We've all been told that scientifically. Everything is the quantum field and everything is connected to everything else in some sort of non-local way. And we have it in mathematics proven. And we have that one side of our understanding. And then the other side of our understanding is that through spirit or religion, we understand everything's connected as well. So our greatest thinkers, our greatest philosophers, our greatest scientists, all pretty much saying the same thing. It's all kind of intertwined and connected. So if that's the case, why would it not be the case that we can connect with each other in our inner world as well as just our outer world? That's one way of seeing this, right? Our inner world is the part of us that is closest to the everything than actually the physical world sometimes. It feels like we're more separate here, right? We've got this illusion of this individuality, this illusion of the individuality, that we think we are separate to everything or everybody else. And we are born into that kind of world because you are like a physical, separate being to another human being, but actually your feet are touching the ground. And so you are connected to the organism of the planet underneath us all the time. We are connecting to her through electromagnetic frequencies, gravity. Like we feel her holding us all the time. We are intrinsically connected through that sense of gravity. The same goes with regards to our emotional resonance. Our heart reverberates out a field, a resonance, into this electromagnetic experience, this gravity electromagnetic thing, this dance, this energetic field that we are in as of. And so your experiences, your feelings affect the room around you. You've ever walked into a room and you feel what's going on inside there. You feel the resonance, the energy of a space. This is another example of you feeling something outside of you. You feel it inside of you, but it's in relation to what's going on outside of you. You're already feeling the space, right? You're already that which is connected energetically, emotionally to the world around you. The emotions are just your experience of feeling energies. Energy and emotion, same thing, different words, same thing, but the more fine you get your seeing of your own emotions, you realize that they're just energies moving. As I wave that wasp around from my legs. so this is energy. So this is the energies. This is the energies. Now, energy shows up and plays out in different ways through the way we express energy powerfully, or the way we might do a yin yoga practice and really relax into the fascia tissue of our body. Okay. But that energy is also what's happening up here in our mind's eye, in our thoughts, perceptions, visions, pictures. Being psychic is just learning to tune into the sensitivity of who you are, and knowing that which is happening inside of you is usually in relation to things that are happening outside of you, which at some level you realize is all inside of you. So there's emotions happening inside of you, you think it's just about you, but actually more often than not it's in relation to something else or someone else, or an abstraction of the mind. Usually there is a coupled, a holding, something that it's related to. Again and again on my path, when I've felt something, when I'm talking with somebody else, there's something going on between us, right? And learning to know then how to just release your own emotions to the point where you can just be with somebody else and just feel them, because you're now clear with that particular aspect of life. You can now see them psychically. You can see what they're going through, what's happening to them, or what you're being presented with psychically. Because you've cleared your part of it, you know you're clear here now, and so now you're feeling, seeing, experiencing the world outside of you. Now this becomes an internal knowing and seeing. It's a process of clearing your own, let's say your own system, mental body, emotional body, energy body, physical body, to the point where you have dropped in so far, so deep, that you are resolute in your assuredness, your knowingness, your depth, your power, your groundedness, that the feelings, the senses that come into your life, your reality around you, it's not actually me. That's actually not me. Wow, that's not me. That's actually somebody else's stuff that I'm carrying, holding on to, reacting to. And so you realize that, actually, you're starting to get to the beginning of this glimpse of, I'm just feeling other people's stuff. It's now the beginning of being psychic. You're now relating and seeing that there is something beyond you, and you also feel what's beyond you as well as just you. Now these pictures, images, senses can come through us and to us in different ways. Sometimes clairvoyants will see pictures. Right? They'll see pictures, and like something is coming their way. Something is being presented to them. Right? Maybe it's something from a guide above. Right? Maybe it's the higher self talking to them. Maybe it's a message from somebody else in a little package that's been sent through the cosmos to your seeing. We are all energetic, magnetic beings beyond physicality. We are energy. And if you learn to package up little messages, you can send them across the cosmos to somebody else in this time and space, or a time and space beyond now. For me, I'm more clairsentient, so I don't necessarily see, I guess I do see things actually quite often, but I'm more connected to the senses in my body than the colours in my mind's eye. So I feel deeply my body. My body's like alive as I relate to the world around me. It's so intense sometimes. I have to take those breaths as I walk into a room, or when somebody glances at me, it feels like I'm being hit across the face, because the intensity of other people's thoughts I feel in my body. This is clairsentience. This is the psychic world I'm trying to bring awareness to, right? In a gentle way, for us to start normalizing our understanding that we're not separate from one another. We are so connected, so intrinsically and beautifully connected with one another all the time, even if it's very subtle. But when you realize that you are also the subtleness as opposed to just the juggernaut going through life, you realize that subtleness is, one, infinite in its capacity, because there are levels and frequencies and vibrations that go beyond this physical world, right, to other beings, entities, and multi-dimensional expressions of what life is, which some people are ready to hear. Not everybody's ready to hear that yet, but it's like we're getting to that stage now where we are realizing there is life beyond just our humanity, right? And we are connecting to each other in the subtler world all the time, as well as not just each other, also the environment, the life, right? Life too. our cats, our dogs, the trees. It's all alive, and we can... I know so many people here in Ubud that talk to trees. They have genuine conversations with trees, because the tree doesn't talk in words, it talks in a resonance, a frequency. There's like an ebbing of the heart of Gaia that you can tune in with. And then by translating that into your language of the frequency that you're feeling, you get a sense of what wants to be spoken through your lens of what those frequencies mean, of course. And so it is still an abstraction through the language of that which we are, right? If we're talking with our language, it's still an abstraction of the feeling of the aliveness. But it's the feeling of the aliveness is where life is, not the thinking mind. So I'm just playing here with you in the psychic world, what is happening in the psychic world, you know? Like, as you hear me speak like this, what's most alive in you? What's going on for you? Does this land? Does it connect? Can you relate to what I'm saying? Or is it like, this guy is a freaking weirdo, he hasn't got a clue what's going on, there's no way I believe this gobbledygook, this woo-woo BS, right? And that's cool, right? If that's where you're at and that's your belief system, stick with that. That's great, right? Yet at the same time, acknowledge and honor that you are listening to this video for some reason. What is going on here? Why is this man speaking about this stuff? This is the world I live in. This is the reality I exist in. Like, I'm so interconnected energetically, emotionally, with what is around me all the time. And it's energetic strands of current I open to or close from, based on what I choose to share myself with, who to share myself with, and what I attach to or connect with, I become. And we do that through the physical world, the time we spend with people, and through our energetic strands of relating. So that's a little play about psychic stuff. Hopefully I've just given you a little bit more seeing there of the psychic world. If you have any questions, let me know. A friend's calling me right now, so I'm going to go and answer that phone. Peace out.